Well, what we have here is a 1939 D18 Authentic. And this is one of the authentic lines. I think everybody who's watching this video probably knows all about them. They're modeled very, very closely after the original guitars. Hide glue, a T-bar neck support, Adirondack spruce top, mahogany back and sides. In this case, everything is pretty accurate on these guitars. This is the 39 rather than the 37. It has a slimmer neck. It's a 1 11/16 inch neck, has 2 1/8 of an inch breech spacing, and it's just scaled down. The expiration is 1.5 inches back. It's about right here. It comes to it's this far back. Consequently, that gives this guitar a little bit more of a punchier sound than 37. The slimmer neck, the different expiration, all that kind of gives it a little bit more of a punchy sound, a little bit less of a big boomy bassy sound. And I was real curious about this guitar. I wanted to know what the neck was like because I kind of like bigger necks, but the 37 D18 is a little too much for me. I can play it, but it's not my favorite neck. My favorite neck is a D18 Golden Era GE with the V neck to it. That is just my favorite neck. So I was curious about this one. What would the neck be like? Would it be real slim? What? It's a very half-round neck. It's almost like playing half of a dowel. It's very, very C-shaped. And I took some specs and measured it and compared it to all my other guitars, and I'll put that up somewhere, maybe on the Martin Forum or something. But long story short, here it is. It's a pretty comfortable neck. It's playable. It feels a lot like some of the 70s D18s that I've done, where they have the half-round shape. It's not skinny feeling. It's got a lot of meat to it, and it's been pretty comfortable for me. The one thing I will say is that I tend to play with my thumb down here on the side of the neck like this, because that's why I like a V-neck. I can't really do that with this guitar. It's not comfortable. What I find is I do better if I almost palm it like this. So if I'm playing, for instance, that's where my hand wants to be, is more of a cup shape. I can't get down here like I normally would. So that's a little bit of adapting. Not a big deal though. That's one thing where the skinny neck comes in handy. If this was a fatter neck, a 1 3/4, I probably couldn't do that because I couldn't get my hand around it. But I can get my whole hand around it. I can make these kind of chords. I can play with my thumb if I want to. So it's a pretty comfortable neck. And on the whole, I kind of like the guitar. I wondered, what I would think about it. But the more I play it, the more I like it. It's got a real punchy mid-range to it. I'm going to compare it to a D18 GE here in a minute, and you can hear the differences between the two. But in playing it with a little bit of a band the other night, I had my wife playing bass, so we could hear how the guitar responds with other instruments, and it's punchy. It's got a real D18 sound to it, and there you go. If you get this 39, you don't get it because you want that big wide sound. If that's what you want, go get the 37. What the 39 is good for is that tight, constipated, focused, punchy sound. And it's not a big sound. It's a narrow, it fits into a slot. It's really good for that. I mean, tone-wise, sitting here listening to it is great. I do not like 70s D18 stock where the bass is nasally and compressed. I don't like that kind of sound. This guitar does not have that at all. It reminds me very much of the 57 that I videotaped recently. The 57, of course, had the really shifted expiration, very, very small bridge plate. And when I scalped the braces on that one, it was just a really cutting guitar. And this guitar reminds me very much of that 57. More so than, I haven't played all that many 39s and such. The ones I have played are, the 39s. And I will say one thing, I played a 41 that just really was not a very good guitar. It was just total bass. It was not a good guitar. There's this particular 39 D18 that I've known for many years, and I like it a lot. And it has a similar sound to this. It's looser, of course, because it's older, but it there you go. That's a 1939 D18 Authentic. And this is one of the non-torrefied tops. It does have the thinner finish, I believe, It's not as yellow as the 37 D28, but it is a non-torrefied top, and good guitar. I like it.